So we just got the new superhero DLC pack in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, but along with that we also got some good balance patches and some new updates that really changes the way this game plays in whole. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be going over all the changes and also giving y'all some visual looks of what it actually looks like, man. But today's anime question is going to be, what was your favorite change from the recent patch update, man? Let me know in the comments. And the same people I've been interested in, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things. And let's go ahead and hop straight into this video. Okay, so when we talk about some things that happened, first thing is we got a new game mode, which is going to be the Legendary Warrior Face-Off. Now, I couldn't find this when I was actually in the menus. Maybe this isn't actually live yet, and it's not going to happen until Friday, since right now we are doing early access. We also got some game mode adjustments where now episode battles is now you're able to change the difficulty even when you're using a dragon orb. I didn't really understand what was going on with this one because I didn't finish all the episode battles, but let me know how y'all felt about this in the comments. Also, they made some new adjustments to the custom battles, adding some more situations, effects, and some text. They've been doing what they can to actually make this game mode better. They also added a new player match quick matching, basically meaning you don't have to go into a room if you want to do a quick match anymore. Now you can just queue up just like you normally do for ranked matches, which I think is pretty good. And they also added a new quick room search, which just puts you automatically into a room with people fighting, and you no longer have to actually search for a room and try to join one and meet the connection settings. They'll just put you in a room. They also added a new thing to the ranked matches where it has a wait time that lets you know how much time you have before you actually start your next match, and this also will be adjusted depending on the penalties you get from rage quitting. And they added a new battle setup where you can actually see the controls before going into training mode or before going into a ranked match. I think this is very good that you can actually see all the rush combos and you can see what all the skills and all their blasts do. I like this change a lot, and this actually might be my favorite change. They also added a new option in the training where you can change guarding after attack, and this will basically allow the CPU to start guarding mid your rush combos, and this is good for labbing what things can, actually get through the block and how you can actually extend combos without giving your opponent some time to block. We also got some adjustments to the smash and rush chain. You will no longer be able to recoil whenever charging, whenever receiving a rush attack or rush key blast from an opponent while you're in sparking mode. I didn't fully understand this one, but I'm guessing whenever you would try to charge somebody while you're in sparking mode, you would maybe start to stagger a little bit if somebody was hitting you with rush attacks or key blasts, so you don't have to worry about this anymore. They also nerfed the grand slash where you could loot people with doing the leg sweep. Now if you do the leg sweep more than once, it's automatically going to put them into a hard fall animation, which I think this still can be used to get some things off, like maybe getting off a super. They made some adjustments to the rush key blast, making it where you'll no longer be able to perform a high speed evasion when you're shooting these off, and also to the smash key blast. It's now easier to get hit whenever you're trying to charge up this one, so you gotta watch out for this. With the perception and the super perception, they made an adjustment to the amount of ki that will be consumed every time you activate it, and after finishing the move, the time until the next activation is actually increased. Now I do think that this one was a little bit of a change, but it still seems like you can still spam perception, but at least it actually takes some ki and people are actually going to get punished from just trying to spam this. They also did some tuning to the super counter, making it where it's not as easy, but I did still see people getting off some super counters, and even when I played some matches I still had some of my combos getting interrupted. But I do think it's good that they actually made it where there's a little bit of a wait if you don't get this right. They made some adjustments to the speed impact as well. I didn't really get to test this one out, but it basically seems like it's going to take a little bit more time before the next input or the second part of the speed impact. And they also made some changes to the chases. I'm guessing that the giant characters, whenever you would actually swap them out in the middle of a chase, they would do a decreasing amount of damage, but basically they made an adjustment where it's now going to be less damage whenever a giant comes in and hits somebody after you knock them back. They made some adjustments to some impact recovery, mainly when it comes from the lift strikes and also whenever you're getting smashed down from a vanishing attack. All you have to do is hold the recovery button now and it will allow you to recover a lot faster. I think this would be pretty good from preventing people from getting hit with combos that end up finishing off with rush or key supers that end up getting you hit whenever you're stuck on the ground. So this is a nice adjustment as well. And lastly, they made some adjustments to some skills, mainly Wild Sense, making it where the opponent will no longer be able to use the skill in the middle of a combo. So you're actually going to have to stop and fully activate this. You can't just activate this mid combo, which I think is pretty good because Wild Sense is still pretty powerful. They also made some adjustments to the attack damage of Wild Sense where it's not going to take as much health. As far as with the Kaioken, they made it to where the skill consume only takes 2 now, and this is only for the Goku Z, and for the Tada that we get from Gotenks, it's also going to be a skill consumed to 2 as well, which is pretty good. And lastly, they buffed it. They keep buffing Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but all I need is 5 seconds. Now will give you full ki. So y'all can let me know how you actually feel about that buff for Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but let me know about all these changes that we got from the recent patch. What is your favorite? Like I said, for me personally, I do like that you can actually see the full control layout for each character and every move just from the normal selection screen. I think this is a great quality of life change, and they've definitely been making a lot of different changes to make the UI and just the player experience a lot better in this game. But stay tuned for some more videos later on this week. We will be covering the new DLC characters, man, so I hope y'all not ready for that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and I'm gonna see you on the next patch update, man. We up.